Welcome back to the channel, fellow Swifties and music lovers all around the world. We are getting into some more Taylor Swift today, going further into the 1989 era deep dive. We are checking out the Grammy Museum today, and also a little development. My favorite has changed from the 1989 album. It went from I Know Places to now Say Don't Go. That song is just incredible. It's very intoxicating. I love the production on it. I love the way she sings on it, and I think this is probably going to happen to me quite a bit with this album because there's banger after banger after banger on that thing, and I love it so much. This is one of my favorite eras I've gone through so far, hands down. Now let's jump into Taylor Swift Now Listening Session with Taylor Grammy Museum. It's about an hour long, so get comfortable.
Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor and help me welcome and show appreciation to Taylor Swift.
Oh, hey guys.
Woo! Gorgeous.
That was really nice. I'm so excited you guys are here. I'm honored that you'd want to be here to talk about how we made 1989. I feel like before we talk about how we made 1989, I should probably tell you all the things that led up to 1989 happening.
Yeah.
I had been working with this demo producer named Nathan Chapman, who worked, he worked in it was actually a shack. Like, I'm not exaggerating. I loved the demos that we made together. And so when it came time to make my record, Scott was like, well, you know what? We're gonna put you with producers who have actually made albums before. And I was like, but this guy is so great. And he's like, but has he made an album before? I was like, technically no. But, you know, so I went in and I tried it with a lot of different people who are awesome. And it just wasn't that same magic that I got with my demo producer who worked in a shack. And so after a lot of begging and pleading, I got my label to agree to let Nathan Chapman produce my entire first album. And he has worked on every single album that I've done since, including 1989.
That's awesome.
So that turned out well.
That's one thing I guess I haven't learned so far. Is she still friends with Nathan Chapman? I know about the Scott Borchetta fallout, obviously, but is her and Nathan still cool? I don't know if I've ever really seen his name come up later in the Folklores or Evermores or Midnights. So I'll have to let me know in the comments, please.
My next record, and I had a little bit more say, and so I got to use Nathan again without any conversations being had, and I made my second album, Fearless, which ended up being kind of the one that was the breakthrough album. Like, it was my first international #1 with Love Story. It was the first time I ever got to hold a Grammy in my hand and then drop it in the press room, which was really embarrassing for me. But that was the album that I felt was simple, to the point, and was it was like a really accurate snapshot of my life at that time. Like, it was just exactly what I was going through. And it was said very simply. It was sonically cohesive, and
people still have stuff to say about it. Still, like, all those people saying that she can't write and she can't sing and she can't do that, and then we could speak now. So I'm sure she's about to get into that.
My favorite thing looking back on that album. After that, I had a lot of people who would say, "Oh, she's an 18-year-old girl. There's no way that she actually carried her weight in those writing sessions." And that was a really harsh criticism, I felt, because
when she says that, like, I instantly can think back to like 5 people and when I went to high school that were definitely writing some amazing stuff that were being featured in newspapers and one of my friends got to go speak at like business endeavors across the country. They got to do 3 business keynote speaker events as a 17-year-old because they were selling like hoodies and just being a genius, and it had this amazing pen about them. So shout out to them, shout out to her, and shout out to the assholes that gave her more motivation to keep going.
Sessions. And that was a really harsh criticism, I felt, because, you know, there was no way I could prove them wrong other than to write my entire next record solo. So that's what I did.
Hell yeah.
There are 2 albums that I kind of think are like a little bit patchwork quilty sonically, and Speak Now was when we started getting into that. We were like, go string section, whoa, like, but then we'd have banjo on the next track, and you're like, what's going on? But it was us just trying new things and stretching.
It felt like all of what she was learning at that point coming together and putting it on that album. So it's like her building her craft, her becoming a deeper musician with the pop, with the rock, with the country, with the going back to the banjo and everything.
The next
Red.
record, Red, is actually a really relevant part of how I got to 1989.
You guys know I'm obsessed with State of Grace. I'm obsessed with Everything Has Changed. I talk about those every time I think of
I
Red.
was getting the ideas exactly the same way I always did. And then, few months in, they started coming to me as pop melodies. And I could not fight it, and I just embraced it. I just wanted to see what it was like to work with Max Martin, because, you know, the idea of
Hit
Max
me,
Martin is
baby,
so
one more
enigmatic.
time.
He's so, like, mysterious. You're like, what does he look
I literally had no idea what he looked like until like a year ago when I saw the teeny little documentary that Ariana Grande made where she was showing her process of recording her vocals in this tiny little closet and then her going through like Pro Tools. Max Martin was right there. And I'm like, no way.
like? What does he talk like? What does he wear a cloak? Like,
Feeding. Wear a cloak.
and I just wanted to know.
I feel like Shellback's even more mysterious. Like that name is very mysterious.
Like, you know, what is a Swedish pop mastermind? What does that look like? Does he know how to play guitar? Like, what is it? I called him and he came over to my house and I said, I love what you do. I want to combine it with what I do, and I'm a little scared, but I'm not really that scared because I think it could be great.
You're
I'm not going to
fearless.
second guess this. This is just a gut feeling. I think it's going to work. We went and we did 3 songs, 2 of which were I Knew You Were Trouble and We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. And that was as much as I was kind of allowed to work with Max on that project. I was also
The story about we're never getting back together is so funny. I think that is just very organic how that happened. And then I Knew You Were Trouble. They recorded that fast too,
attached to being a country artist at that point.
or that's one of the first songs I should say that they recorded. That's insane to me. That is a banger right there.
Work with Max on that project. I was also attached to being a country artist at that point. Just really, like, you build these relationships with radio and with the community, and it's sacred. We labeled Red a country album, and it came out, and it was universally agreed on that the songwriting was great, but it was also noted that it was a little bit multiple personality, which it was. And so leading up to how 1989 became 1989, I got nominated for Album of the Year with Red. Going up to it, you know, everybody comes up to you and they're like, oh, you got this, you're gonna win, you're gonna win. And I wish they wouldn't do that because
Setting
you
expectations.
don't know if you're gonna win. And someone else could very well win, and someone else very well did. When they announced the Album of the Year winner, it was like, and the Album of the Year goes to Random Access Memories, Daft Punk. And they really dragged out the rap.
Oh.
And I was like,
Man, that is a great album for sure. But I can't really name any other tracks off it besides what is that song that I was even just doing right there? I think it's with Pharrell. I can't even hum it right now because it's been so long since I've listened to them. But we can name so many songs off of Red and so many of those songs that are still prevalent in pop culture. So I think they might have got it wrong again.
and they really dragged out the rap. And I was like,
Something
for
to get
a
lucky?
second there, I kind of thought we had it, and we didn't. I remember not going to after parties. I went home, and I cried a little bit, and I got In-N-Out Burger and ate a lot. And I just was thinking a lot before bed about what I had made so far for the next album that was to become 1989, but I didn't know that then.
So I know I'm jumping ahead here, but I'm pretty sure she loses the Grammy Album of the Year for Reputation as well. I thought when we were watching Miss Americana is when they show like that flashback of her being very upset about that not winning, I think. Or not, it wasn't even nominated, right?
Make music so we can like win a lot of awards.
Sorry
But
to get ahead of
You have to
myself.
take your cues from somewhere if you're going to continue to evolve. You have a few options when you don't win an award. You can decide like, oh, they're wrong. They all voted wrong. Second, you can be like, I'm going to go up on the stage and take the mic from whoever did win it.
Oh, God, she's so funny. Fuck you, Kanye. Still to this day, you piece of shit. And more than just what he's doing there, but the stuff that he's putting out into the world still to this day. You guys have seen the Nazi song probably. What a piece of garbage. Absolutely. I love the nervous laugh, the kicking around.
Or third, you can say, maybe they're right. Maybe I did not make the record of my career.
That's fair. I just went through that with listening to Harry's House for the first time ever. And as someone, as you guys know, I love my Beyonce. She's a wonderful artist and a wonderful human being. And she lost for Renaissance. And Renaissance is a banger, guys. She lost to that. She lost to Harry's House. She lost to 25. Like Adele was up and nominated. So there's amazing artists up for the nominations as well. Amazing artwork, which I haven't heard that Adele album yet, but I have heard the Harry's House now. And I'm more okay about it. Like the Harry's House is phenomenal too. I play that album all the time now that I've listened to it, and I'm going to go see him in tour in August and in New York City. So definitely excited for him. And I also got that feeling again with Billie Eilish and with Beyonce and with Taylor and with Sabrina at last year's Grammy Awards, because all those albums were definitely very worthy of winning the album of the year. TTPD has grown on a lot of people since it first came out. And just a reminder, I do plan on going back and listening to that once I get all the context from these other albums. I'm going back and listening to that masterpiece because it is a masterpiece. And I feel like too many people shat on it before you even got a chance to breathe. So we're going to go back into that. But yeah, I mean, short and sweet. Billie Eilish's album, whatever the hell it's called now, I can't think of it, but it has oh my gosh, I can't even think of the name of these songs now because some of them are in French. The one that's in French, it's Love of My Life. The Love of My Life. I can't think of the words now, but the experimentation on that's so amazing, and I feel like Billie kind of handled it harshly when she lost and Beyonce won, but Cowboy Carter is one of the greatest albums I've ever heard in my life too. There's so much on that, so much different experimentation. You can't put her in a box because there's country, there's Beyonce music, there's house music. It's all over the place, y'all. And I think what I'm trying to explain here is what Taylor's saying is that there is just incredible music out there, and the way we react sometimes is immature, and I think we can handle it differently with the way she is. Like, hey, you know what? Maybe those were some pretty awesome albums, and I can take those as like motivation to make a better album.
Say, maybe they're right. Maybe I did not make the record of my career. And
maybe you did, but maybe someone just happened to make a better album, you know? I always think of, when I think of sports, I think of when LeBron James came back to my hometown, to Cleveland, and played for the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2014 to 2018. That is the greatest team the Cavaliers ever had in their life. Sorry, I'm talking sports. But that Warriors team, the Golden State Warriors with Stephen Curry, and then later with Kevin Durant, that is the greatest assembled team of all time, and we ran into that, and that's just not fair. So LeBron being on his greatest team of all time, and he is hands down the greatest basketball player of all time. It's not even close. He had his best season ever, but it got stolen from him by one of the greatest teams of all time. So just a little analogy and the parallels of sports and music too, and the same thing that has happened to many of artists, and it's going to happen to Taylor again probably. Happened to Lady Gaga this year with Mayhem, but Bad Bunny's album DTMF is also incredible, and there's so much substance and culture and love on it. So
need to fix
got a lot to say today.
The problem, which was that I have not been making sonically cohesive albums. And so I went to bed, and I woke up at 4 in the morning. I'm like, it's called 1989. I've been making synth pop. I'm just going to do that. I'm calling it a pop record. I am not listening to anyone at my record label.
That fire was lit under her ass, and she was ready to go.
I'm starting tomorrow. And so that's what I did. I got not a few.
She's a go-getter.
I got like a dozen sit-downs over the music that I made for this album because I went in with Max. I asked him to co-executive produce it with me. And with Red, I had learned that I really do like collaborating with different producers. I had worked with, on Red, I'd worked with Jeff Basker and Butch Walker, done some things with Nathan, worked with Dan Huff.
Wasn't Jack on that too?
Really
or that was a TV.
Kind of,
he was on a couple TV tracks.
Dan Wilson, just awesome people. And I liked the idea of collaborating. But I think with 1989, I decided I was going to narrow down the list. And it wasn't going to be 10 co-producers. It was going to be a very small team of maybe 4 or 5 people that I'd always wanted to work with or loved working with.
I feel like that makes it more organic, right? Like, sure, there's more minds to add when you have more producers in there, and maybe someone that's not thinking about a different kind of genre or whatever is going to have something to add. But also, I think you probably have a better chance of getting a cohesive album with just working like 2 or 3 people, because now it's more organic. You're all probably on the same wavelengths, and it's less opinions to take. It's like the too many cooks in the kitchen thing. Sometimes it's just too much.
And Max and I were going to oversee it, and we were going to make a sonically cohesive record again. We were going to approach it the way I approached Fearless. And so that's how we got to the record the way that it was. So that is where we get to the point where now I'm going to tell you how we made the album. So I'm going to start with a song called Blank Space. And Blank Space is a song that I wrote as kind of like a satire. The media decided that I dated too many people. You know, you're sitting at an award show,
So
and there's
fucking
like,
lame.
there's like,
Isn't it crazy how they'll say that she dated too many people, but then we will lift up Wilt Chamberlain for apparently having sex with 1,000 women? That's fucking disgusting. And yet people are like, he's the man.
you know there's going to be a joke about you being a serial dater in the monologue, and you're just sitting there like, I'm 22 and this is rude. But instead of writing a song like, it's so rude, stop picking on me, I kind of like sat back and thought about how
She self-deprecated.
complex this character was that they'd drawn up for me. Like, she's jet-setting all over the world, collecting men, and like, oh, she's so clingy once she gets them, but she can get any of them, but then they run because she's so crazy, and like, she like moves
not
in
fair.
day 2, like crazy stuff like that. And I just
And you can blame even some women you can blame like the Barbara the Katie Couric. I watched a Lady Gaga interview yesterday that made me fucking sick, where Barbara was asking her about her sexuality. Oh, have you had sex with women? Have you done this? Have you done that? And there's like nothing about the music or anything. It's all about minimizing and shrinking them down, and it's all for the fucking men of this world. And it pisses me off, because why? Why do we care? Why does it matter? It's always like a submissive thing, and you know, it's probably some man that was even giving Barbara Walters like notes to say and to lead the interview, and Barbara went around with it. And it's the same thing with like the, sorry to get too deep into it and real, but the Glenn Maxwell's and to Epstein's in the world, where there are people that it doesn't matter if you're a woman, they're not going to protect you. Just like if you're a guy, guys aren't going to just protect you. And it's very complicated, and it's the dirty world, but it's 10,000 times worse for women. And you will always hear me up here talking about how I hate double standards and how I think you should be able to express yourself how you want to live and live the way you want to live.
like,
Just be careful.
this is amazing. Like, I need to write a song from this girl's perspective. Like, if you want to play this way, like, we can play this way. And
Woo-hoo-hoo! That just sends shivers down my spine.
girl's perspective. Like, if you want to play this way, like, we can play this way. And I just decided to be her for one song. And I was going in to write with Max Martin and Shellback, who are 2 of the primary collaborators on 1989. And I was preparing all these things, and I think Blank Space was like the 3rd thing I played them. And they just stopped and they were like, no, this is the first thing we're working on today. I have the original
Like,
voice
we need to
memo
get to this.
of me playing it for them. They start shouting out, ohs, like in the chorus and stuff. There's also a part of the song that goes like, I've got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name. I did that when I played them the original idea.
Is that like a pen?
And you'll hear Max
how
go, oh my God, I love it. That's so annoying. They're all gonna kill you. I had the idea for the chorus and I had the hook, but a lot of the verse is gibberish.
I love when she gets into the boys only want love when it's torture. The way her vocal, the vibrato on it, the way she stretches it, and it's so fucking true. Excuse my language today. I'm a little passionate. I'm very defensive when it comes to Taylor Swift now. Yeah, it's very relatable about how a lot of boys act, and she got it right.
You're about to hear in a second.
Nice to meet you where you've been. I could show you incredible things. Diamonds, seasides, on these dunes.
Sounds totally different.
Oh my God, asuna, asuna. I do too. Asuna, asuna.
Her voice sounds a million years younger.
It's gonna be forever. We're gonna go, yeah. Hey.
But we're gonna go down in
We're gonna go
flames.
down in flames. Tell me when it's over. It's like
I would already jam to this, by the way.
It's like an early 2000s Nelly track. No.
Yeah, yeah, oh, what's happening now? Underlay, mama, yeah, yeah, oh. Right.
Tell you what I say, but I've got a blank space, baby. I'll write your name. What it says, baby. I'll write your name.
So annoying.
Oh,
I
the
go off
honesty.
into a corner and start writing all the lyrics for the rest of the song. When the chorus hits, you hear this, oh, and you even hear like a hint of it sampled in the intro. That's me and Shellback screaming. Oh! 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 Ho! Oh! 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 So this was the most simple production because we really wanted it to be about the lyrics. The way that I approach the lyrics on this song is I'll be like out and I'll just write, like if I get like some zinger in my head, I'll just like write it down on an endless note thing in my phone. And a lot of those lines were from just things I had come up with in the past year, like darling, I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream, and lines like that. Like I had kind of come up with a lot of the lines before I got in there. There's a Prophet 5 chorus bass that just comes in on the chorus. And it's pretty, I mean, it's pretty simple. We just started with the 808 and they just put down a kick and a snare, and it's a really sparse track. That's what we mainly wanted it to be. We wanted it to be about the lyric and the vocal.
Yeah, there's not a lot of distractions
so
going on in the production.
Rose-ish, that like
It's mainly her
ding,
vocal.
Ding, 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 ding. I'm gonna play the song afterwards so you can hear what all this is. But that came from a Mellotron, and the Mellotron was really helpful for us in kind of coming up with sounds. Sometimes we later replaced them with real instruments, but with this one we just straight from the Mellotron. The vocal.
You see why I love this stuff so much? I love hearing her talk. She's very intelligent, very well-spoken,
most
obviously,
important part.
but educational too. She's teaching us things. What the hell is a Mellotron? I feel like I heard someone talking about it recently. Maybe it was Dan Nigro.
And we did a lot of
Maybe it
troubleshooting
was her.
for mics, and the main mic that Max and Shellback and I used was the Neumann M49, and
Neumann.
it just sounded better than everything else. So that's what we used for the entirety of what we did together. I feel like we should just play Blank Space now.
Musical savant, Taylor Swift. What is that? iPhone 6?
We're young and we're reckless. We'll take this way too far. It'll leave you breathless. Or with a nasty scar. Got a long list of
Yeah, it's so simple. That production's not distracting at all.
But I got a blank space, baby. And I'll write your name.
She absolutely loves that.
So annoying.
Like, is it not close to this? Eh. Hers is better. Wait, what happened?
And I'm going to preface this
Oh.
by saying this is like the most complicated track probably that we'll talk about. The reason being that this was done
we out
a
of the
completely
woods,
different
are we
way
out of the
than
woods,
I
are we out
usually
of the
write.
woods?
I'm not used to writing to track. Like I know it's done in pop music all the time, but I've never written that way. The song I'm about to play you
What's that mean?
is called Out of the Woods. And this is a track that Jack Antonoff sent to me.
Okay.
I was actually
Okay.
I was actually on a plane. I got it and I got on a plane and I'm listening to it. I'm just
Love
like,
me some Jack Antonoff.
like listening to it and like mumbling melodies because the song came to me immediately in full. But the way that Jack creates his tracks is really interesting.
Would you guys be interested in me listening to some Bleachers on here? I've never really gotten into their albums before. I've maybe heard like a song or two by them before. I didn't even know that was Jack Antonoff's band until like a year ago. But I think they have an album come out in like 2 months. So
We're
let me
going to
know.
dive into his world now. He's a very quirky individual. I have seen him get out an old dictaphone when we're on the street in New York and record a bus passing us. Like, it's just, it's very different than
maniacal.
anything I've experienced.
I love it.
I think what I should start by playing you is
His wife is also freaking awesome too. Margaret Qualley is so cool.
when I got the
Very
track,
talented.
what I sent him about an hour later. And it is me,
One of my favorite Nepo
me
babies.
singing what came to me, which
Her and
ended up
Gracie.
being the finished version of the song, or at least really close to it. And also, this is the exact voice memo I sent him, so it's kind of embarrassing. We talk in gremlin voice when we're in the studio because we have this weird inside joke about the movie Gremlins. And so I'll be
Do not get water on them, and what is it? Something don't feed them after midnight or whatever. I forget. Gizmo.
like in the booth and I'll be like, how was that one? And it's just, so there's that on it. But I figure like we're just talking about everything today. So this is what I sent him. So here's the melody that I've come up with in the lyric. It's called Out of the Woods. And it is, it goes like this. And when I sing, remember, remember, that's like a vocal echo, but I'm gonna sing it like, you get it. I know you like that.
Over-explainer, prefacer, like myself.
So this is me playing it on my laptop and recording it with my iPhone, what I'm singing.
Looking at it now, it all seems so simple.
Gosh.
You were lying on your couch. I remember
Her way to shift her voice is so cool too. This is completely different than the last track.
couch.
Couch.
I remember.
Yeah, fading off.
You took a Polaroid of us, then discovered
She don't need no layering or nothing.
the rest of the world was black and white. But we were in screaming color.
I love that. We're vibrant, we're bright, we're living.
Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good.
Okay, that obviously doesn't sound just like Taylor, her actual singing voice, so I take it back. She does need to finish it.
In the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good. Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the
It does still sound good though. It's just funny because she's half singing.
clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? Are we
Better
in
than
the...
me.
Good.
Good.
In the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the... Good. I hope you like it.
Oh my.
So the main
I
snare is
hope you like it, Jackie boy.
the combo of white noise that he got through blowing out the EMI board, clapping his hands, and no joke, dropping his gear bag. He mic'd that up on the floor. So that's Jack.
Practical.
The song itself, what I
I think of like movies like Godzilla. They used to like record stuff like that, like dogs barking and then changing it up and putting filters on and stuff, or yeah, just different ways of recording sound. That's like a throwback sound engineer.
wrote about this, hearing this track, it just kind of conjured
Everything else
up all
is
these
sampled
like
now.
feelings of anxiety that I had had in a relationship where everybody was watching, everybody was commenting on it. You're constantly just feeling like, are we out of the woods yet? What's the next thing going to be? What's the next hurdle we're going to have to jump over it? Are we going to make it to next week? It was interesting to write about a relationship where you're just honestly like, this is probably not going to last, but how long is it going to last? Those fragile relationships, there's something, it
Real?
doesn't mean they're not supposed to happen. How the
Real?
whole time we were having
Very real.
happy memories or crazy memories.
I always talk about chapters, y'all. Sometimes a person will be in your life just for a very fleeting moment, and they may make you grow, they may break you down, but most likely you're gonna find something out of it.
Or ridiculously anxious times. In my head, it was just like, are we okay yet? Are we there yet? Are we out of this yet? And so that is what I wrote the song about, and now I'll play it for you.
Looking at it now, it all seems so simple. We were lying on
Has perhaps
the
one of the
couch.
greatest bridges of all time.
I remember
so good.
The rest of the world was black and white, but we were in screaming color.
It's a great line.
And I remember thinking, are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the
Let me just say, whoever decided to give her that giant chair like it's a throne, shout out to you, because she is the princess. She is a queen. She deserves it.
woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good.
Banger.
The next song that I'm going to play for you is a different collaborator because I just want.
Oh, I love this song. Y'all, you guys said that it doesn't get that much love out into the real world. Like Swifties don't actually blast this one that much. How? This is amazing.
I want you to hear something from each person almost on 1989. The
I did
next
not
person
expect
is
this.
Ryan Tedder. He's made some of the coolest things.
Might be why I like this song so much because I really do like Ryan Tedder's production. He works with Tate McRae quite a bit. Think Later, her latest album, So Close to What, has a lot of really fleshed out, amazing instrumentals that she glides on. And I get the same thing from this. One Republic also has some really good songs too.
Just great songs, and I wanted to do well in the writing session, so I emailed him a lot of songs, and one of them was this song called I Know Places. And I had this idea of like, when you're in love, it's this very kind of along the lines of Out of the Woods, it's very precious, it's fragile. As soon as the world gets a hold of it, whether it's your friends or people around town hear about it, it's kind of like the first thing people want to do when they hear that people are in love is just kind of try to ruin
Question it?
If
Oh,
they're,
yeah.
if they're not the greatest human beings. I kind of was in a place where I was like, no one's going to sign up for this.
Sucks.
There are just too many
Misery does love
cameras
company.
pointed at me. There are too many ridiculous elaborations on my life. It's not ever going to
Unsustainable.
work. But I decided to write a love song, just kind of like, what would I say if I met someone really awesome and they were like, hey, I'm worried about like all this attention you get. So I wrote this song called I Know Places about like, hey, I know places we could hide. We could outrun them. And so I sent the
And
idea to Ryan, and this is me.
When we've heard her talk about this during the sessions with Aaron Desner. Oh my goodness. Well, the folklore why can't I think of what it's called? The pond. Damn it, I can't think of what's gone. Long pond sessions. Jesus, brain, help me out here. The long pond sessions, and her and Aaron had a great discussion about how her life has a lot of chaos to it, and there's a lot of outside opinions and a lot of noise, and her life is very on the go and busy. And is there a person in this world that can handle that stuff? Is there a person that is, I don't want to say man enough. I hate using that phrase. There's someone big enough. There's someone mature enough that can deal with all this stuff. And it seems like Travis Kelce is that person. He also does have a very similar lifestyle of hers. I mean, he's a guaranteed Hall of Fame tight end. He's a 2 or 3 time. Are they 3-time Super Bowl champions now? The Chiefs, him and Mahomes. I think they're 3-time Super Bowl champions now. So 3-time Super Bowl champion, one of the greatest tight ends that will ever live, and he's from Cleveland, baby. Yeah. So there's and honestly that does matter. Him being from Cleveland, I'm from Cleveland. It does matter. You develop empathy here. You're in close proximity to a lot of different cultures and diversity, and you're also in proximity to a lot of struggle, and that builds empathy for you, and it makes you not like snarl your nose up at people and think of people as less. And the way I see Travis Kelce treating people is the way I see most Clevelanders treating people, and that's highs and buys and greetings and just being genuinely not kind, honestly. So that's one thing. I hate the stigma that is set on Cleveland, because it is actually a really great city, and I've been around the world and around the country, and I've been around to a lot of states, and I still to this day think that my people in Northeast Ohio are some of the nicest in the world.
Me trying to explain to him.
So, and my point was like, yeah, so she has multiple times that she's explained this before, and I think there's multiple songs where she's explaining this feeling of having to be with needing to be with the right person to understand her lifestyle, to not take everything so personally from the outside noise that she cannot control, because there's going to be a lot of stuff that is completely out of her control.
And how I wanted it to sound, is also embarrassing. My voice memos are embarrassing.
No, they're not.
Okay, so
We
this
embrace your
is
cringe.
Kind of this rough idea thing.
Oh, look at her. And what's funny is the first like 10 seconds of I Know Places, I actually am not crazy about it. It's very dark and it's almost like haunting in a way, and then it opens. It turns into a completely different song. Longer than 10 seconds. The melody's there. Okay, so it's more like a minute in.
And guns, they are the hunters, we are the foxes. And we run way, I know some places we won't be found, and there'll be.
Yeah, that the way it opens up there with that piano is so freaking gorgeous.
We run way,
And her vocal,
I know some places
the falsetto.
we won't be found, and there'll be chasing their tails, trying to track us down, 'cause
It definitely ain't the McDonald's drive-thru. If you guys ever watch any of the Britney Spears stuff, man, the paparazzi was chasing her everywhere. She couldn't even get a freaking parfait.
I know places we can hide.
Paparazzi's gross.
I know places. I know places.
Yeah, her vocal when she gets all sultry down there.
I know places. Or
That's
whatever,
sexy.
I don't know, but that's basically just like a dark, really dark, like,
What'd she say at first?
or whatever. I don't know, but that's basically just like a dark, really dark, like, lyric, like bridge thing, and it's about like everybody's like trying to get in and like ruin a love or whatever, and it's like you just whatever, you know. And then the chorus would just go to that.
Yeah, I can tell she is not like when she cannot articulate. I am the same way. I hate when I cannot articulate myself because I know the words are in there. It's just sometimes, I don't know, if it may, sometimes with this, especially if I'm recording very early in the morning, that's when it's like, oh gosh, I cannot get anything out. But after like a workout, bang, 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 bing, bang.
Major and just like be like, oh, chorus. So I hope you like, it wouldn't be a piano thing, it'd be like
It's bad.
like very like beat. Now I'm just making weird sounds.
Ah.
Hope you like it.
So that was when we ended up writing. And so I
Yes,
got to
play
the
it.
studio and he was already kind of working on the track a little bit, which was exciting. What we ended up with was I kind of was just like, we need to just kind of make it sound a little bit like a spy movie in a weird way in the verses.
That makes
like I wanted
sense.
the choruses to just soar. I wanted the choruses to be a chorus, but in the verses I wanted to play around with different rhythms, and we ended up in a really good place with that. I sang a lot of the background vocals, but so did Ryan, because Ryan has a really good voice. He did them on his tour bus because he was on tour, so he was in this double-decker tour bus in Switzerland. He used a Sony mic and an Apogee Apollo on his laptop, and the synth was a Juno 106. We also did a song called Welcome to New York on
Yes.
1999.
Welcome to New York. It's been waiting for you. Welcome to New York. What a great opener.
Together. It was the same synth he used for that. It ended up being something I'm so proud of, and I'm so happy that it sounds like the urgency that it sings about. And I will go ahead and play it for you now.
I'm uploading something to Patreon right now. So if you see me looking around, that's why. Now let me go back.
You stand with your hand on my waistline. It's a scene and we're out here in plain sight. I can hear them whisper as we pass by. It's a bad sign.
Like it feels like she's incognito right now.
When every
Don't you picture her wearing like, you know, maybe a black gown or something, or like a Like think of like Pink Panther with her wearing like the suit and everything with the hat and the glasses, just you know, lurking in the shadows.
See the vultures circling dark clouds. Love's a fragile little flame, it could burn out. It could burn out.
True.
'Cause they got the cages, they got the boxes. And guns, they are the hunters, we are the foxes.
Sounds like she's describing ICE right now in their 23 concentration camps that they're building in the United States of America. Wake up, people! They're gonna throw us in there.
And guns, they are the hunters, we are the foxes.
Wake the fuck up already.
And we run away, away. Out of places we won't be found, and they'll be chasing their tails, trying to track us down. 'Cause I know places we can hide. I know places.
Yeah, that song's in JUKE's jams. It is a certified banger. I love it so much. So good. I will never stop
So
listening
the
to that
next one I'm
track.
going to talk to you about, I actually did with Imogen Heap. Someone asked me,
Okay, Imogen Heap is another artist that I have not heard much from. She has a very popular song from the early 2000s. I can't think of what it's called, but if I heard it right now, I would know it. She is Ariana Grande's favorite artist. That's the most that I know about her.
I actually did with Imogen Heap. Someone asked
a
me
legend, from what
in
I've
an
been
interview,
told.
who would you like to work with? And I said Imogen Heap. I get an email to my management sent like, Imogen just saw that Taylor said in an interview that she'd like to work together. She said, why don't you come out to my studio? It's actually where I live too. So
Sick.
I go all the way out to her house. Before that, I had gotten an idea that I thought would be perfect for us to write. And it was this idea when you get your heart broken or you lose someone from your life, or when you're trying to recover from a breakup, it's almost like the same kind of struggle that someone goes through trying to beat addiction. It's not one habit you're breaking.
No, it
it's
is.
every single
It's like pretty much exactly the same thing. Your brain is always constantly looking for that award, that reward, right? So you're going to constantly chase for that dopamine, that serotonin rush that person gives you. And when they're missing, now that addiction is gone, and now your brain is searching for that reward, and that reward is gone. So now you have to figure it out.
goes through trying to beat addiction.
Which is, you need to talk to people. Therapy helps a lot. Talking to friends and family, getting out of your head. Your head is your brain. Those thoughts, your conscious, that devil on your shoulder is the biggest enemy, one of the biggest enemies.
It's not one habit you're breaking. It's every single minute of the day you're breaking a habit, and it's exhausting.
Yep.
I had this metaphor in my head about like being in this house and there's been a drought, but you feel like there's a storm coming, and so instead of trying to block out the storm, you like punch a hole in the roof and just let all the rain come in, and when you wake up in the morning, it's washed away everything that used to hurt you, and then you're clean. I'll play you this thing that I
Makes
sent
a lot of
her,
sense.
and then I'll tell you exactly how.
It makes a lot of sense to embrace it and to feel it, because if you don't, then you're just kind of pushing it off, and then it could what's the word, like metastasize, or it can grow, and it's going to become even more unhealthy. So feel it. Allow yourself to feel all those emotions, y'all. Stop being so afraid of getting your heart broken. Stop being so afraid of experiencing sadness. It's part of your brain chemistry. It's a reaction to something, and it makes you feel human. You don't want to be numb. I've been numb before, and it's fun for a little bit, and then after that it sucks, and it's nothing. Yeah, it's just numb. You almost turn into like a nihilist, like nothing matters, and it takes a while to get out of that. But man, it's like when you do get out of that, it's like, oh my God, all the life I've been missing out on, and da 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 da.
You, and then you're clean. I'll play you this thing that I sent her, and then I'll tell you exactly how we created the track.
And I hold my head, and I hold my head, and it lost the war, and the sky turned black like a perfect
I feel like I haven't listened to Clean that much.
So that was me figuring out what the chorus needed to be. So the coolest thing about Imogen for me was that there was no one else in the studio. There was no assistant, there was no engineer. It was her doing everything.
Whoa.
So I loved that. It was like
That again is a parallel to Ariana Grande. Ariana does everything. I know Taylor does a lot of stuff too, but you can watch studio sessions of Ariana just going at it with Pro Tools
an
and
incredible
everything.
experience for me to
pretty
watch
cool.
her do everything that she does on the technical side of things. There's this hook in the song. The main musical hook is this tuned percussion
Madison
called
Beer's
an
another one.
Mbira, and she has it in her studio, and that was what she did to create the main musical hook. And then she used these things called boom whackers, which are tuned percussion, which I'm going to show you videos of both because I had to video it.
Whoa.
This is the Mbira.
That's pretty.
That's me.
All giddy.
So this is another like important percussion sound.
Interesting.
So you end up hearing like
It's got that like hollow echoey sound. If you ever heard like a didgeridoo, when you flip it over, it has that range sound. But sometimes they're a little hollow too, and you can hit them against each other, and they make that doink doink noise like that. You're getting there. Usually,
both of those. They're a main sound. They're not tucked in. You'll hear them. My vocal was 2 takes.
as I say, like
She was just like,
the
we're
material.
fine. Well, she was actually like, we're fine. It's fine. 'Cause she's British. I was just like, please sing on it, please sing on it, please sing on it. So she did all these Imogen Heap background vocals, which were just, I thought that she did some kind of effect to her voice to make it sound like that. And she doesn't.
Oh.
It just sounds like that when she sings out of her mouth. Which was wild. Oh my God. I was trying so hard to remain some kind of level of like
Professional.
unaffected in the way that like British people feel comfortable around.
Acting so cool.
So I was like,
You guys are cool and calm and collected and cheerio.
I was like, take your hands off your face. Take them off your face.
Sorry, I shouldn't have.
Take them off your face. Put them away. Holster that. And the full thing was 9 hours, and then she sent me the mix the next day, and it was done. I guess I'll just go ahead and play it for you now.
Insane. Yeah, I haven't listened to this song that much. It's so pretty. I love that metallic sound.
Rain came pouring down when I was drowning. That's when I could finally breathe. And by morning, gone was any trace of you. I think I am finally clean.
So the last song that I'm gonna talk to you about is "Shake It Off." 1989 was
okay.
essentially a celebration. Like
shake it
I changed every part of my life. I focused every part of my life on different things than I'd focused it on before. I new adventures and everything, and I kind of stopped caring. Like, I'm very well aware of like what everyone says about me, every single thing. And the difference between
I am too,
now
hyper
and
aware.
3 years ago is I honestly don't care anymore. It's
Same.
just like it's
Embrace the cringe, baby. And you know that we've had help through artists like Taylor Swift, and I've been empowered through other artists that I love that have embraced their cringe and helped shape me who I am today.
honestly don't care anymore. It's just like it's.
I will give you a stand.
And life is much better that way. And I kind of wanted to write something that sounded like the way I feel about all that. But the problem was I had all these lyrics and I didn't have, writing session was coming up, and I'm just like, I'm not getting a melody. I'm dead. I don't know what I'm gonna do. The thought terrified me, so I kind of sulked into the studio, and I was like, guys, I have like an idea that's like lyric, but I know the vibe I want. I want it to start off, and the second the song starts, I want it to be the song where, like, if it's played at a wedding and there's this one girl who hasn't danced all night at the reception, all her
Undeniable.
friends come over and they're like, you have to dance, come on, you have to dance on this one. That's what I wanted.
It's
So I
undeniable.
was like, Shellback, can you just go to the drum kit and try to play that? There's one thing that I have always said to Max is like, I don't like horns. Just always had a thing about it. I was always like weirdly scared of it or intimidated by horns. I don't know what it was. It's a weird, like, nerdy
always loved
studio
them.
fear of mine. It's like, no horns. And I don't even know, I don't have a reason for it. I love songs that have horns on them. I was just like, I don't think I can pull off horns.
Grew up really loving No Doubt, so you had a little bit of that ska. What's the other band? Aha, with like their big. You probably heard them with their remake of Take on Me. The ska. I really love ska, and I love other like another band I grew up on is Chicago, and they have one of the greatest horn sections, if not probably referred to as the greatest horn section of all time. And the music that they play is so beautiful and so. It's eclectic. There's so much different. You can get heavy rock, you can get yacht rock, you can get ballads from them. Chicago, if you're guys never listened to Chicago, Terry Kath is probably top 3, top 5 greatest guitarists of all time. Rest in peace to him. They're fantastic. Another band that I really love, it's a reggae band called Revolution, and they have a fantastic horn section as well. And they have some really good, feel-good music. So if you like reggae and you like rock combined too, Revolution, they are actually a very popular band in reggae. Eric Rachmani is the lead singer, or the lead artist of that, and he is a musical savant as well. I love them. I love
Strange,
horns.
but he goes over the Mellotron and he starts playing with his horn sound. I'm like, what are you doing? Don't do that. And he's like, no, I think this is cool. I'm like, no, it's not cool. And where are your chorus chords? Because that you're just playing 3 chords over and over again, and I can't make a chorus out of them. Why don't you go to like a chorus chord that starts off a chorus? Where's the 1? Like, why don't you go? And then all of a sudden there was this moment where I thought of the whole chorus. And it was over the chords that I had just told him are not chorus chords, which is a ridiculous thing to say. The chorus of Shake It Off just came out in like kind of one fell swoop, and so this is the moment that I admitted to him that this was a chorus and that the horns would work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1.
Players gonna play, 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 play. Haters gonna hate, 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 hate. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake. Shake it off, shake it off. Ooh, 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 ooh. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Cause the haters gonna cause the player's gonna play, 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 play. Haters gonna hate, 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 hate. I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake it off, shake it off. High five. High five.
Woo! Yeah!
And it sounds like a chorus.
A damn genius. A damn genius in action.
So that happened. So so the Mellotron, he then replaced it in Sweden. He went to Sweden, he got a real horn section. You might have heard in the voice memo there was like a guitar sound, but it didn't really sound like a guitar because it's a cigar box that has strings on it that Max was like intent on playing on this song, even though you barely even hear it in the song. He was like, I want to get the cigar box. I need the cigar box to be on the song. It was just kind of like we were in a mood that day. Then
Hell
there was a
yeah.
lot of
Why not?
stomping in this that we got in a very interesting way. This is me and Shellback creating the stomping sound that you hear throughout this song.
Oh, cool.
Okay, you ready? Yeah. I'm like, hey! Real professionals. There are a lot of vocal parts in this that we thought of that we loved, which is like, there's a lot of like, hoo-hoo, and like, then there's, in the end, there's like, ba, 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 and we almost wanted it to sound kind of bad. We didn't want it to sound like professional, like it was a group of great singers doing it, so we sang it like this, and this is Max and me and Shellback singing the background vocals for the end of the song.
Ba, 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 ba.
That's what Max Martin looks like.
That's what Max
Yeah.
Martin looks like. He is so
So
mysterious.
that's the end of the song. We're gonna play Shake It Off, and then I'm gonna just come and say hi to you guys, if that's cool.
Dope.
Keep cruising, can't stop, won't stop moving. It's like I got this music in my mind saying it's gonna be alright. 'Cause the player's gonna play, and the haters gonna hate, baby. I'm just gonna shake. Shake it off, shake it off. Heartbreaker's gonna break, and the biggest gonna fake, baby. I'm just gonna shake it off.
Yeah, they hit lightning in a bottle with that song right there. How it is undeniable. How do you not move? How do you not feel good listening to that? So all the lies and the dirty, dirty cheats of the world.
Thank you so much for coming. This turnout is
not over yet,
unbelievable.
is
I
it?
cannot believe all of you are in this room right now. So thank you so much for wanting to come and hear about some of the songs off my record.
You stay right there for a little
I'll
while.
stay right here.
We actually have a presentation to be made by our P&E wing co-chairs.
I'm Frank Liddell. I know most of y'all, and along with Reed Shippen here, I'm co-chairman of the Nashville P&E Wing Committee. Taylor, that was
The what?
spectacular. I want you to know we do this a few times a year, or some incarnation. It's usually a handful of us that get up here and do it, and I just want to tell you, I feel really bad for whoever's next.
Yeah, that was amazingly inspiring. That was such a breath of fresh air.
Thank you. Yeah.
She's so funny.
I'm going back to the studio and muting 3/4 of the shit on the track.
Oh my God, yeah.
All right, I have cards because I get really nervous.
Less
talking
is more
next to Frank.
sometimes.
And, so everybody here tonight has dedicated their career to helping artists achieve musical vision and, you know, be the best that they can be. And in this room, we've got some of the best producers and engineers in this town, and that's saying a lot because this town is full of incredible talent.
Is Jack
You
White
might
there by any
not know
chance?
this, but in order to be
Dude's
accepted
awesome.
into the P&E wing, you have to accumulate a certain amount of credits as either a producer or an engineer.
And you've done that. So Taylor, we would like to say congratulations and welcome and then officially induct you into Nashville's Producers and Engineers Wing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Whoa!
Thank you. Should have told me that before. I wouldn't have been so nervous.
Aw. On September 30, 2015, Taylor Swift celebrated her attendance record-breaking exhibit at the Grammy Museum with an acoustic performance at the Clive Davis Theater. Oh, are we about to get like a whole nother show?
I'm going to play you a song that I wrote about a relationship that I was in, that the number one feeling I felt
Oh my goodness. Breathtaking as always.
I felt in the whole relationship was anxiety. Because
Out of the womb.
it felt very fragile, it felt very tentative, and it always felt like, okay, what's the next roadblock? What's the next thing that's gonna deter this? How long do we have before this turns into just an awful mess and we break up? Is it a month? Is it 3 days? And so, I
Sucks
think
when
a
you can
lot
feel
of
that.
relationships can be very solid, and that's kind of what you hope for, solid and healthy, but that's not always what you get.
Communication is like the number one thing. Communication will help you build trust, and trust is the bedrock of a foundation of a great relationship. So communication, you have to be able to talk things out. You have to be able to communicate back and forth with each other. And it sounds like with like Out of the Woods and whatnot, they weren't.
And it doesn't mean that it's not special and extraordinary just to have a relationship that's fragile and somehow meaningful in that fragility. So this is a song that I wrote with Jack Antonoff, and it's called Out of the Woods.
Piano version.
Looking at it now, it all seems so simple.
Per usual, the microphone is on and she sounds great.
We were lying on your couch. I remember you took a Polaroid of us
That got
and
loud.
discovered the rest of the world was black and white. But we were in screaming color. And I remember thinking, are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods?
I like that.
Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good.
I like that. I feel like it's adding this little extra bit of emotion on it, where that pause there. It's almost like she is waiting for a
Are
response.
we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good. Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good. Looking at it now, last December.
Some great acoustics in there too.
We were built to fall apart and fall back together.
That very slight echo on the mic is perfect.
Your necklace hanging from my neck, the night we couldn't quite forget when we decided to move the furniture so we could dance, baby, like we stood a chance. 2 paper airplanes flying, flying, flying. And I remember thinking, are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good. Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good.
Oh yeah. Inject this into my veins. It is classy. It's a classy version of this.
Remember when you hit the brakes too soon? 20 stitches in a hospital room. When you started crying, baby, I did too. When the sun came up, I was looking at you. Remember when we couldn't take the heat? I walked out, I said I'm setting you free. But the monsters turned out to be just trees. When the sun came up, you were looking at me.
Woo!
You were looking at me. Oh, you were looking at me.
I love when she hits that tone.
I remember
Hold on, y'all. Oh, that's perfect.
those trees when the sun came up. You were looking at me. You were looking at me. Oh, you were looking.
God, that right there. Oh, I love when she hits that. Rock Taylor.
Oh, you were looking at me.
Gosh.
I remember.
Gosh, I love that sound.
Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good. Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good. Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good. Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good.
All right, I'm definitely going to convert this video into an MP3 and I'm going to put it on Spotify. If you guys don't know how to do that, just ask me and I'll send you how to do it. There's like a local file thing that you can do to have it added to your library. If this version is already on there, then that'll make it even easier. But this is perfect. I do like the original version better, but there's an extra layer of emotion on this that I feel, and I love piano, and her voice just sounds so freaking
Woods
perfect.
yet? Are we out of the woods yet? Are we out of the woods? Are we in the clear yet? Are we in the clear yet? In the clear yet? Good.
gorgeous. That hairstyle is beautiful.
Are we in the clear, yeah? Good.
This is up there with Long Pond sessions for me, y'all. I love stuff like this. Had to like it before I forget. On September 30th, Taylor Swift celebrated her attendance record-breaking exhibit at the Grammy Museum with okay, it's the same thing. For the Clive Davis Theater.
So I wanted to.
Goodness. It is not fair. Some people just have everything.
So I wanted to start with a song that I wrote actually as kind of a response to, in the last couple of years, the media have had a really
Blank space.
wonderful fixation on kind of painting me as like the psycho serial dater girl. It's been awesome.
Man, try to get like whore and slut out of your vocabulary. Try to get that out of there. Unless, there are some out there. There's some homewreckers. There are some bad people that are just like, being shitty and gross and whatever. But try to get that out of your vocabulary. I feel cringy ever saying it. Like I mean, Kim Kardashian, she's kind of a whore. But like, I feel cringy saying that because that's so misogynistic. And I feel like it's against like everything I actually believe in.
I loved it. And they're like, it got pretty out of control there for a couple of years because it would be like every article was like, Taylor Swift standing near some guy. Watch out, guy.
They do the same thing with like Cat's Eye. That's a newer group that's up and coming. There's these young ladies that like anytime they're staying with a guy, it's instantly on Twitter that they're like dating that person now.
And
It's not fair.
every single article was kind of like, had these descriptions of my personality that were very different from the actual personality. And my first reaction was to be like, man, that's a bummer. This isn't fun for me. But then my second reaction ended up being like, hey, that's actually kind of a really interesting character they're writing about. Like, she jet sets around the world collecting men, and she can get any of them, but she's so clingy that they leave, and she cries, and then she gets another one in her web, and she traps them and locks them in her mansion, and then she's crying in her marble bathtub surrounded by pearls.
Or glass and opalite in 2025. Yeah. What she's saying there, I mean, that's basically exactly what she said in the interview session at the beginning of this video. So she clearly means exactly what she's saying and the feeling that she's feeling to be bringing that story back up again the same way.
Mansion, and then she's crying in
she
her
feels.
marble bathtub surrounded by pearls. So I was like,
Get the
I
pearls.
can use this. This is called Blank Space.
Rock star.
Nice to meet you, where you been? I could show you incredible things. Magic, madness, heaven, sin. Saw you there and I thought, oh my God, look at that face. You look like my next mistake. Love's
Vibrato.
a game, wanna play. Hey, new money, suit and tie. I can read you like a magazine. Ain't it funny? Rumors fly, and I know you heard about me. So hey, let's be friends. I'm dying to see how this one ends. Grab your passport and my hand. I can make the bad guys good for a weekend. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, if the high was worth the pain. I've got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane, 'cause you know I love the players and you love the game. 'Cause we're young and we're reckless.
I hate the game.
We'll take this way too far. It'll leave you breathless, or with a nasty scar. Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane, but I've got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name.
She did it.
Cherry lips, crystal skies. I could show you incredible things. Stolen kisses, pretty lies. You're the king, baby, I'm your queen. Find out what you want. Be that girl for a month. Wait, the worst is yet to come. Oh no. Screaming, crying, perfect storms. I can make all the tables turn. Rose garden filled with thorns. Keep you second guessing like, oh my God, who is she? I get drunk on jealousy, but you'll come
It looks
back
very
each time
effortless.
you leave. 'Cause darling, I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, if the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. 'Cause you know I love the players, and you love the game.
This is insane how perfect, crystal clear she sounds.
'Cause you know I love the players, and you love the game. 'Cause we're young and reckless, we'll take this way too far. It'll leave you breathless, or with a nasty scar. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. But I've got a blank space,
perfect.
baby, and I'll write your name.
The drama on her face, in this intimate setting too.
Boys only want love if it's torture. Don't say I didn't warn ya. Boys only want love if it's torture. Don't say I didn't warn ya. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, if the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. 'Cause you know I love the players, and you love the game. 'Cause we're young and reckless, we'll take this way too far. It'll leave you breathless, or with a nasty scar. Got a long list of ex-lovers,
Feels like a recording.
they'll tell you I'm insane.
So perfect.
But I've got a blank space, baby, and I'll write your name.
Oh, so freaking adorable. That sounds like it was recorded in a studio. And man, like to have the drama on the face, playing it all out, not like again, embracing the cringe and not worrying about anybody's thoughts. She really is living what she's saying and what she's preaching up there. Intimate crowds, that's more, in my opinion, that is more intimidating than performing at like a Madison Square Garden or some kind of giant arena, you know? Like you have people that are right in front of you. You can see every single expression they're going through. But I bet you it's also better. That's how you get
This is
the
how you
girl.
get the girl.
Woo! It's a good song.
Stand there like a ghost, shaking from the rain. She'll open up the door and say, are you insane? Then say it's been a long 6 months, and you were too afraid to tell her what you want.
Don't be scared.
And that's how it works.
Live with no fear.
That's how you get the girl.
Rejection's part of it, y'all.
And then you say, I want you for worse or for better. I would wait forever and ever.
If it's worth it.
Hard, I'll put it back together. I would wait forever and ever. And that's how it works. That's how you get the girl. Oh. And that's how it works. That's how you get the girl.
So true. Patience is a virtue, and if that's something that you want, you have to be patient for it. But you also cannot mess with free will.
How it works. That's how you get the girl.
But if it's worth it, you should be willing to wait for it. If that person gives you if that person makes life worth living and makes it better for you, then most likely then anything like time wise is going to be worth waiting for them.
That's how you get the girl. Remind her how it used to be. Pictures in frames of kisses on cheeks. Tell her how you must have lost your mind when you left her all alone and never told her why. That's how it works. That's how you lost the girl. So now you say,
Man, it's so complicated.
I want you for worse or for better. I would wait forever and never. Broke your heart, I'll put it back together. I would wait forever and never. And that's how it works. That's how you get the girl. And that's how it works. It's how you get the girl. Yeah, you know that I don't want you to go. Remind me how it used to be. Pictures in frames of kisses on cheeks. You say you want me because I want you for worse or for better. I would wait forever and never. Broke your heart, I'll put it back together. I would wait forever and never. And that's how it works. That's how you get the girl. And that's how it works. That's how you get the girl. That's how it works. It's how you get the girl.
Sometimes.
And that's how it works. That's how you get the girl. It's how it works. That's how you got the girl.
Fantastic. I love that song. Now, obviously, that's not always going to work. Being patient for someone, again, free will is a very real thing, and they obviously would have to be in love with you too for you to get their girl. But yeah, be patient. If there's something that you want, there's somebody that you want, and it's just a bad timing. Be patient. Maybe one day down the line, things will open up and things will work out. You never know. But if it's worth it, then you will be patient. If you care about them, then you will be patient. It's just how it is, and they'll notice that. They'll see that. They'll see how you're acting, or they won't. But yeah, I think a lot of what she's saying in that song is good advice. Spit the words out, Daniel. So some of these songs I was not expecting to hear at all. I definitely wasn't expecting to hear that, or I Know Places.
This is called Wildest Dreams.
Electric guitar, yes. Look at her up here showing her skills. Piano, her vocal, acoustic, and now electric.
He said, let's get out of this town, drive out of the city,
Rock Taylor.
away from the crowds. I thought heaven can't help me now, nothing lasts forever. But this is gonna take me down. He's so tall, handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well. I can see the end as it begins. My one condition is, say you'll remember me
Hell yeah, sounding like Pearl Jam over here with that grunge.
Say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. Wildest dreams. I said no one has to know what we do. His hands are in my hair, his clothes are in my room, and his voice is a familiar sound. Nothing lasts forever, but this is getting good now. He's so tall, handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well. And when we've had our very last kiss, and my last request is, say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams.
Feels like I'm watching MTV Unplugged in the 90s with Nirvana and yeah, Pearl Jam and all those legends. Like, this is sick.
Wildest dreams. Wildest dreams.
Unplugged that she's plugged in, but
in hindsight,
you know what I mean.
tangled up with you all night, burning it down. Someday when you leave me, I bet these memories follow you around.
Yep, Scarf.
You see me in hindsight, tangled up with you all night.
Looking at you,
burning
Jake Gyllenhaal.
it down. Someday when you leave me, I bet these memories follow you around. Say
I got the backgrounds, don't worry, Taylor.
standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks. Say you'll see me again, even if it's just pretend. Say you'll remember me, standing in a nice dress, staring at the sunset, babe. Red lips and rosy cheeks.
Beautiful
Say you'll
image.
see me again, even if it's just in your wildest dreams. Wildest dreams. In your wildest dreams. In your wildest dreams.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that's going to be up there with the Long Pond sessions for me, y'all. That was absolutely incredible. I love hearing her talk. I love hearing that process. I love hearing her break it down. And my goodness, her vocals on this were incredible. That microphone was on. The voice was warm. She played those instruments so well, and it was really fun just listening to her talk in the earlier session to the producers and everything, and breaking down the way they built the tracks and talking about Max Martin and Shellback and those mysterious figures that they are, and a little bit of Jack Antonoff in there too. But the star of the show, the queen of pop, right here, Taylor Swift, unfreaking believable. These were absolutely phenomenal performances. I love 1989, and we're going to continue on. We're actually getting videos added to the documents now because there's so much from Taylor from this time. There's also stuff that's going on in the current time too. So I think there's an Opalite remix out there that I would like to listen to. I think Chris Lake did that one, and he's friends with Travis Kelce, and Travis is like, now, thanks to some of my commenters on Patreon putting this in my chat, but yeah, he's like the in-house DJ now for Taylor Swift, which I think that's pretty cool. He has some good songs out there. I've only heard a few of them, but really good DJ, really good producer, and yeah, I want to hear that. So I'm gonna go through more of 1989, obviously, and then we'll be getting into Reputation, but we still have a little while until then. but I also want to go into some current stuff too. This was really fun, getting the chance to, like I said, see everything broken down, hear her vocal during this time, and yeah, just taking her in. She's a wonderful human being. She's funny. She's entertaining as hell, and I love her very much. I'm a full-fledged Swiftie, y'all. I mean, you see, I follow Swiftie channels on like social media and everything. I engage into the conversations, and I just really enjoy this human being. They're awesome, and I feel like I'm becoming an even better human being from this deep dive as well. So Taylor Swift, thank you so much for all the entertainment. Thank you everyone for subscribing and supporting the channel. If there's anything that you guys want to talk about about this video, please let me know in the comments, and I hope you're doing well out there. I love you very much. Thank you for keeping this going. I owe you all everything. I'm actually going to do another giveaway here shortly, so look forward to that. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.